bone destruction caused by extension of gingival inflammation. Bone destruction also can be caused by trauma from occlusion. Bone destruction also can be caused by systemic factors. So bone destruction caused by gingival inflammation. Now you know the extension of inflammation, the pathways of inflammation from the gingiva to the supporting tissue. The interproximally from the gingiva, you can see number one, it goes right in the crest. Okay, it travels. The inflammation travels along the course of the blood vessels, through the connective tissue fibers and through the collagen bundles. So this inflammation travels right from the in the crest, in the middle, or it can even go at the site of the crest here, and also from the gingiva into the periodontal ligament, and from the bone also into the periodontal ligament. Now, if it goes right from the center, okay, and this, suppose if this takes a first root of the middle of the crest, it results into horizontal type of bone loss. If it takes the crestal root, or if you see like this, okay, crestal this, it will have the angular type of bone loss. So what extension pathway of inflammation pathway the inflammation takes, depending on that, the pattern of bone loss is decided. So facially, you can see from gingiva to the periosteum, again from gingiva to the periodontal ligament. So this is the way in which the extension of gingival inflammation, and then diseases that decide the pattern of bone loss. Now, very important second part in the bone loss is radius of action. Now, what is radius of action? Bone resorption factors may need to be present in the proximity of bone surface to exert their action. The range of effectiveness is 1.5 mm to 2.5 mm, within which bacterial plaque can induce loss of bone. Beyond 2.5 mm, there is no effect. Interproximal angular defect can appear only in spaces that are wider than 2.5 mm. That is why in the between the mandibular anteriors, the crest of the interdental crest between the two incisors is very thin. So plaque, if it is present in the vicinity of 1.5 to 2.5 mm, it is going to cause the complete destruction of the crest, and which will result into horizontal type of bone loss. So that is why many times in the mandibular anteriors you see a horizontal type of bone loss, because the bone resolving factors are very close to the crest of the bone, and the crest is very thin, and that is why interproximal angular defect are causing the horizontal type of bone loss in the anterior. Now, rate of bone loss is 0.2 mm and facially, and 0.3 mm per year proximally, which has been seen when periodontal disease was left untreated. This study was done by Low et al. In Sri Lankan labour workers, and these patients were asked not to brush at all, and those patients not to maintain the oral hygiene, not to take any dental treatment and all that, and over the year when they were left with oral hygiene and all that, they found that 0.2 mm was the bone loss which took place on the facial surface, and 0.3 mm per year the bone loss took place proximal surfaces. That is why you must ask the patient to maintain the oral hygiene so that we can prevent the bone loss. Mechanism of bone destruction is again, as I mentioned, in periodontal pocket, bacterial and host-mediated. Bacterial differentiation of bone progenitor cells in osteoclast, as well as they inhibit. So bone resorption increases, bone deposition reduces by inhibiting the osteoblast. Host-mediated cell, in an effort to kill the bacteria and all that, host also releases prostaglandin, interleukin 1 alpha, interleukin 1 beta, and these cytokines, they are released. They also cause the bone destruction. Now, how what type of bone defect will take place? What decides? Now, the factors determining the morphology of the bone defect or destruction in periodontal disease are normal variation in alveolar bone. So, if the wall is thick, thin, then there is alignment of the teeth, root trunk anatomy, root position, then exostosis if they are present, trauma from occlusion if it is present will lead to angular type of bone loss. If there is a buttressing bone formation, there will be lipping formation. If there is a food impaction, then it will lead to reverse architecture of the bone. Aggressive periodontitis, you generally see arch R-shaped bone loss in the mandibular first molar area and central incisors. So different types of bone patterns are decided. So these are the factors which will affect the different types of bone pattern. So we will see now bone destructive patterns or patterns of bone loss. Horizontal bone loss. Now here can you see in the radiograph is that the bone is disturbed. If you see the crestal bone, it is exactly perpendicular to the tooth surface. So this occurs generally in a chronic periodontitis case. Here also you can see crest is perpendicular to the root surface or tooth surface. So this type of bone loss is called as horizontal type of bone loss. Very commonly you see this type of bone loss in chronic periodontitis cases. Now even you will also see a vertical type of bone loss or angular defects. Can you see in this photograph, radiograph, there is an angular type of defect, not like this in the horizontal type of this. This is angular or vertical type of bone loss. Vertical type of bone loss, also called as intrabony, intrabony or angular type of defects. Now these intrabony defects are again classified as one wall defect, two wall defect and three wall defect and interproximal crater. Now in the first A diagram, can you see there is only one wall which is present. So this is called as one wall defect. When one wall defect, there are three walls which are absent. So only one wall is present, three walls are absent. Two wall defect, two walls are present and two walls are absent. So you can see in the second diagram, two walls are present, two walls are absent. And in the C diagram, you can see three wall defect which has a three walls. So three wall has a better prognosis because three walls are present, only one wall is disrupted. Three wall, the name of the three wall is also called as intrabony type of defect, and one wall is also called as hemiseptum because one wall of the septum is present. So when the interdental septum, one wall is present, we call it as a hemiseptum. Otherwise, if only buccal wall is present or lingual wall is present, we call it as a one wall defect. So that is a one wall. So one wall, prognosis of one wall is poor as compared to the three wall defect. Now interproximal crater is a interproximal crater. Here you can see the osseous crater is a concavity which is present between the buccal and lingual cortical plate in the interproximal area. So these are the osseous crater. Here you can see the normal crest of the bone. Here you can see the osseous crater which has formed, which has bounded by facial and lingual this one. Okay, this is what I was talking about, hemiseptum. Okay, this is one wall of the septum which is present. So then here you can see when you reflect the flap and in patients who has a periodontitis and all that, okay, you can see such type of bulbous bony contours also. You can see furcation involvements also. Okay, now these bulbous bony contours and all that could be the result of exostosis, could be the body's mechanism towards adaptive remodeling. Okay, so these are the bulbous contours which you will see. Then ledges are present over here, and then reverse architecture, as I mentioned you, in cases of food impaction or even in chronic periodontitis, sometimes you see reverse architecture is radicular bone is at higher level than the interproximal bone. Ideally, interproximal bone is at higher level than the radicular bone, but here it is the architecture is reverse. That is why it is called as reverse architecture. And now the last one is furcation involvement. Grade 1 furcation involvement, you know, incipient bone loss. Grade 2 cul-de-sac, where the probe passes from one side but doesn't come out from the other side. Grade 3 is through and through, but gingiva is covering the furcation area. Grade 4 is through and gingival recession has occurred. So these are the patterns and different